Hello guys, and welcome back to part 2 of the Sony Xperia ZL or ZL review. This part is more about the Android version and Sony's take on it rather than the outside specifications, which I talked about in part 1. A little thing I wanted to mention just to begin with is this little small LED light down there, which can flash in different colors depending on what action happened. Like for example, right now my girlfriend just sent me a Facebook message. I'm gonna show that in a minute, and it flashes green, so I know that something happened. For example, if there's a friend request or anything like that, it flashes in blue, and if I view photos, I can show that later, it flashes in the colors of the photo. So that's pretty neat. Not that it's anything like amazingly special, but that's just something nice to have. It also flashes or blinks when it's charging or fully charged. So don't worry about it that this video is a little bit darker than the other one. I think that's the best way of you being able to see all of the details on the screen, because that is brighter than anything else going around here right now. Let's open it up. As you might have seen, I changed my lock screen and my background. You can do that pretty easily. That is a picture I took in Detroit, and you can also see that my clock has changed. So how do you get different or nicer clocks? Well, you can either use the ones that are pre-installed. I can show you how to do that right now. You just hold down on a home screen or one of these pages, get into widgets, ignore the first ones because that's an app I'm going to talk about in just a minute, and then go to clocks, and you have all kind of different clocks. If that is not enough, and it wasn't for me, you can go ahead and download the HD Widgets app in the Google Play Store. I downloaded it. It's right there, HD Widgets, and I also got a texture expansion pack for it. Now what that does is you can actually have really awesome widgets in cooler designs than the ones that are pre-installed. And I can just show you how that works right now. If you hold down on one of these slides, then press widgets and then choose one of these widget forms, then that is Facebook again. I'm going to turn that off in just a second. You can see that because I want to talk about it. You can see up there is either color form or glass gems. Glass gems is the one that comes pre-installed with the HD Widgets app, and color form is the one that has these cooler, simpler, more jelly bean-like designs. So glass gems, that is how that looks like. You can choose different colors and different, I guess just glass gems. On color form though, you can basically customize the shit out of every single widget or indicator or whatever you want to. Up here you can choose what you actually want to have displayed, for example clock and location, or just the clock, or like any clock and date for example, or indicators. Then you can choose the color of the background. I'm going to choose something you can see like that. You can choose the opacity of the background, put it up to 100%, down to like 30%. You can choose the tile, which is just some, I would say texture, but there's a different texture button right there. And then you can choose the texture, which lays a gradient over it. And then you can choose what indicators you want. For example, instead of the battery, you can choose do not disturb, sunrise, sunset, and so many other ones. And with that, you can just customize your home screens amazingly. Like you can put that over there, you can put it down there, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna throw that out because I already customized my stuff right there. Now, something you might have just seen was that Facebook is always on top. And that is something I really like with the Facebook Messenger app. Whenever someone writes you, their face just plops up right there. You can tap on it. That is one of my best buds, and right there is my girlfriend. And you can just switch between those two, chat right back, or do whatever you want to. Now, I want to show you that I also downloaded a new keyboard, because the keyboard that was pre-installed, in my opinion, sucked as well. So let's press on my buddy right over there and write a message, and then you can see that this is the new keyboard. And that is a keyboard that you can download in the store. You can get it free for 30 days. After that you paid for it. I just got the paid version, and it's SwiftKey. It says it right there in the middle. And what SwiftKey does is, other than customizing it, you can also swipe to write. So I can just, I think it's set to German right now, but I can just swipe over the keys to input words. And that is just really cool. It recognizes the words pretty fast. If I want to get rid of a conversation, I just drag and dump them down there, and they'll show up again whenever one of them writes or texts me back. I chose the gray color for my widgets here because the Spotify and the Walkman app both also feature gray colorways. I like Spotify, so it's nice to have this little panel. I also have a lot of music that I can't get on Spotify, like free mixtapes. I use that, or I listen to those over my Walkman app. Right here I have some indicators and some quick commands like camera light, which is the LED on the back, night brightness, flight mode, tilt or auto brightness, and on the other side I have my weather and some other information like when the sun sets, what the wind speeds are, and so on. As you can see, I don't like to have a lot of apps on my home screens. You know, everyone does that differently. I just like to have as little as I can, because I can always go in here and choose them out of there. But some I just use all the time as the Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Gmail, the pictures in my album, camera, and Instagram. So I have those quickly accessible via my home screen. I wanted to talk about the speaker because I think people asked. The speaker on the Sony Xperia ZL is way better, in my opinion, than it is on the Sony Xperia Z. I think that is simply because it's bigger and it's on the back. Well, I don't know if it makes a difference that it is actually on the back, but the speaker is right there. And when I play music, I can just play some music for you right now. The quality is just way nicer than on the Sony Xperia Z. Let's turn it up.
You'll be knee deep in the shit. Trippy.
It is really loud. The quality is good. Same quality than on my iPhone. I'm happy with that. So, what is some other stuff I wanted to talk about? If you hold down the home button and drag it up, Google opens, which is like your personal little Google stuff. Well, thank you, Google. Where you can just have, all different kinds of cards and the weather where I am right now and different stuff. Neat. I don't know if I'm going to use it that much, but nice to have. What is something that I don't like about the phone? Well, other than the display, once you tilt viewing angles, loses a lot of its color and contrast. The Wi-Fi is bad. I don't know what Sony did there, but I have a good Wi-Fi hotspot in my home. If I'm just a little bit away, the connection is it goes down so bad. I don't have this problem with my MacBook Pro or my iPhones ever, or with my tablet. Just the Wi-Fi connectivity, not the best. Like right now I'm about, well, let's say like 6-7 yards away from my router, and the connection is like at 1 bar. but I'll take a look out and see if anything changes or if I have to change anything of the settings, which I don't think I do. So this was my Android 4.1.2 in-depth. Well, it's not really that in-depth. I mean, if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I can specifically target your questions. There's so much Android videos out there that I don't know if I should make any more of them because YouTube is flooded with them, but that's just my take, how I like to customize it. Overall, I had good experience until this point with this phone. I would recommend it to everyone looking for a, let's say, more affordable phone than the HTC or the iPhone, and likes very big screen and a very nice format though. Like, again, I can put it in my hand, I can reach across with my thumb very easily. Yeah, that is all. I mean, it's a cool phone, 30 megapixel camera, fast response, amazingly quickly, as I said in part 1, highly customizable because it's Android, and well, I'm just happy that I got it. And if you guys want me to compare it to any phone or talk a little bit more about it, just leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, that would help me out a lot, and thanks for watching.